Hey, happy Friday. I wanted to do a reading. I'm at Raven and Crone today until 6:30. And I love this space. Like every time I tuck myself into this little reading area, I'm like so happy just because it's like, I don't know, it just feels like inclusive and cozy and spooky and all those good things. But today is the new moon in Cancer. It's Cancer season. I kind of touched on that in my last reading. And I wanted to talk today about emotional territory, that very specifically emotional territory, because Cancerian themes are all about emotions, water. It's about the flow of things, but it's also like new moons are new beginnings, and I feel like there are across the board there's a lot of like really beautiful new beginnings. I'm seeing all of my friends right now like on social media like booing up and it's not really cuffing season, but it certainly is everyone just kind of like claiming their love, and I find it really beautiful. As everyone knows, I absolutely love love, and I thrive on it. It's like I've really noticed that in this lifetime, as who I am currently, my friendships and relationships are as much as, if not more, important than romantic love to me. And I've been very blessed and continue to be. But I want to do a tarot pool today, um, because I feel like as we allow all these beautiful new beginnings to happen, a part of that does take vulnerability, and it takes trust in the universe that all of the hard work, hopefully, that we've been doing is paying off. And so it's like, how much I think it's like, what is the ratio between your spirit guides protecting you and then them like basically serving a hardcore lesson? So I will say, as much as we want that emotion to flow and that really beautiful energy to take root, because at the end of the day, we all want to be juicy and vulnerable and full of love bugs, like all those things like Cancerians are known to be for the most part. It's funny, just like I've got Cancer friends, and a lot of them are either that juicy part or you get the shell or both, kind of thing. They vacillate depending where their moon is. But really, the theme of the season is allowing that love to flow out and those emotions to flow. But what I wanted to talk to today is, as that is happening, we should be putting some boundaries down around that just for our own safety. And so, emotional boundaries around this new Cancer season, around this new beginning, emotional territory specifically. I just want to see how we could navigate that. Just because we want to be full of love and have wonderful beginnings happen, have wonderful new things happen, it doesn't mean that we should allow people to railroad that. Interesting. Ooh, oh my God. All right, this is wild. I'm going to take them all. So in our first position, Two of Swords, it's like talking about dualities. When there is a Two of Swords card pulled, it's about, difference of opinions, warring emotions. And sometimes like for people who, I'm someone who is more of like an anxious attacher. And so it's like if someone pulls away from me, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it that I did? Instead of like, thinking, oh, they're just doing their thing, right? But Two of Swords energy is that duality of two mindsets. And so during this Cancer season, there are a lot of people who may be experiencing attachment issues, whether it's anxious or avoidant, push, pull, that kind of thing. While they're doing that, it's important to ground themselves in that energy. Nine of Cups is about being good with who you are. You see that little fishy that's in there? It's about being good with who you are. And it's like, at the end of the day, you have to be truthful about where you're coming from. What is the source of this energy? And then Knight of Pentacles is about knowing your worth. It's about standing in your power. If you know that in this very like this new moon in Cancer beginning, that new beginnings, a lot of people don't like change, and they'll often fight it, but I was talking to a client yesterday about her avoidant attachment, that it's like even though she wants to be with people and be in a romantic scenario, she will push them away in the very beginning as a self-protective measure. Remember your worth. Remember that you do deserve to be shown up for. And even if someone is coming at you and it is like pushing all the buttons and throwing all the triggers, you're worth that connection, right? Now your challenge position, I was just like, oh, Two of Swords and Five of Wands. You can see what's happening here. Is in these new beginnings, you will experience the push and the pull. You will experience that beautiful flow of emotion, but as you are creating an energetic boundary and emotion around your emotional territory, you will see that, like, odd little fits and starts around, like, well, it's going to be around your triggers that you're going to experience a lot of different energy around your triggers in your challenge position. And so a lot of people out there who struggle with allowing good things to come in and not trusting that there's something bad behind it, you're going to be experiencing this. And sometimes, like, I just got this image from your spirit guides of, like, when something good is coming your way, sometimes that's all there is that it's just something good, right? And it's on you to get out of that conditioning that you have in you to doubt that it's a good thing coming through and to worry about it. So if anything, this is you fighting against you right here. You fighting against your doubt that something good could happen to you. Now the outcome of this, and it's funny, it's like I guess I'm just reading my my tarot deck like runes. But really, like, I think it's really interesting because I thought I was going to pull, like, really, like, soft Cancerian cards and shit like that, but it is not that, but I'm also talking about emotional territory. So it's more so about, this is too many, just go with one, please. I feel like emotional territory and allowing that, you want it to come forward, allowing that softness to come through, sometimes that could have this energy. I pulled one card, but that's not kind of enough for me. This is nice. So the outcome is the Hierophant. The Hierophant, as you can see, is like the Hierophant card is like kind of like patriarchy. It's like old school conditioning. Maybe that's what it is that this new moon in Cancer season, in facing all the triggers and attachment styles and issues that you are holding on to, maybe this is forcing you to see how are you holding on to really old patterns that no longer deserve a breath, right? And as you can see in this card, next to the stag, there are two keys. Like, you have the key to this box that unlocks your own joy during this season. And then Page of Pentacles, I really like this because it's kind of the card before Knight of Pentacles. The outcome is you realizing that you do actually have something to give to the world, and that sometimes change forces us to take a step back. Even if we fight it, it forces us to take a step back and look at the bigger picture and realize that we do have something to hold on to show up that is worth showing up for. Oftentimes when there are when there's an infusion of emotion and new beginnings, and you're kind of like forced to kind of step into the stream and get carried away with it, you will realize that even if you fight the entire time, you may come out of it realizing that there's something worth fighting for, and that is you. It's like everyone deserves happiness, whether that comes through change, whether that comes through shifts in their environment, shifts in their people, friendships, romantic relationships, any of that. And this new moon in Cancer, it's all about recognizing, even though you may be fighting against all of this really beautiful change, know in the back of the mind that it's all for your greater good. That little acorn that's in the squirrel's little tiny hands, it's like that's his little nugget of greater good. Like, he knows that's just for him. Maybe you'll come out of this realizing that there is something in there for you, and that you actually really do deserve this beautiful new beginning. So best of luck to everyone. This is really interesting because I just wasn't anticipating pulling all these like aggressive cards, but maybe this is the new beginning that we all deserve and need. Take care. Have a good weekend.